In this video, we are going to see how to install CentOS 10 on a virtual box. So for this, you have to download the CentOS 10 ISO. So how to download that? You can just go to the Google and type CentOS download, where you can click on the first URL, downloading of CentOS operating system. Here you can see here there is CentOS version 10 and also there is CentOS version 9. So you can select any one of them. So right now I want to use the CentOS operating system on my MacBook. So for that, you cannot use x86 64-bit architecture as my Mac is ARM 64-bit architecture. So you need to download that ISO. You can just click on this. So it will download the ISO. It will start the download process. Here you can see that the download process has been started. So it will take a while, but like I have already downloaded and the ISO is available in my downloads folder. You can see there was CentOS 10 which is available. We will be using that to install a virtual machine. So for that, you can go ahead and access your virtual box. So in the previous video, we have seen how to install the virtual box. Now, once you have the virtual box ready, you can click on new and give your machine name. So I'm giving my machine name as server A, and you need to select here the ISO image which has been downloaded. You can just drop down and navigate to your folder to the downloads and select the ISO which has been downloaded. And very important thing when you're going through this is like version here. So if you're not selecting this, you're going to see the error. So in the version, just drop down that and select the ARM 64-bit architecture and click on next, and it will be asking some couple of things like what was the RAM you want to have. So right now I am just increasing it to have to around 2 MB, 2 gig, and the number of cores of processors which you want to have. Right now it is by default 1. I am increasing it to 3 and click on next. And now it is looking for the virtual machine disk size. By default it was 2 gig, but it is not sufficient. So you need to select like more than 15 or 10, more than 10 would be sufficient. But I am recommended is 15. So I have been selecting it as a 15 right now and click on next. This will make you finish the setup of this virtual machine right now. And if you want to access your virtual machine from your laptop, you need to go to the settings section and go to the network section. And in the network section, then the NAT adapter is only allowed to access the machine internet. But if you want to SSH your machine from your local laptop, you need to select this as a bridge adapter. And one more important thing is like whenever you are trying to access this virtual machine, sometimes you are not able to access the cursor. So in that case, you can go ahead and look into the system, and in the system section, you will be finding this pointing devices. If this device is pointing to PS/2 mouse, then your mouse is not interacting, or you cannot use the mouse inside your virtual machine. So in order to use your mouse or your touchpad inside your virtual machine, you need to use USB tablet. Select this and click on OK. Now you're all set. Then you can just power on this virtual machine. That will be booting the virtual machine with the ISO image which we have been using. And if you're seeing the small screen in this way, you can increase the size going to the view and virtual machine screen, and you can increase the size to scale to 175, or like you can scale up to 200 as well. So now you can just click on inside the virtual machine, navigate to install CentOS Stream 10 and click on enter. That will start installation of your virtual machine. So it will be next navigating to a GUI, where it will be asking like what was the language, what was the keyboard selection, some kind of questions which we need to answer, and then we are good to go ahead and use the virtual machine. It will take just a while. Yeah, so you can see that you will be seeing similar kind of screen, like which language you want. I want that as a default as an English, and I can just click on continue. It will be going to the next screen like partitions and all in the Linux operating system. I don't want to do it anything manually, so I'm selecting it as an automatic and click on done and click on the root user account. By default, the root user account is disabled. If you want to enable it, we can enable that. Okay, so I'm trying to use my root user account enabled and giving the password for that particular one. And you want to use this root account to connect your virtual machine from your local laptop, you can need to select this allow SSH login with the password and click on done. And the software selection section, where by default it will be installing the GUI version of Linux operating system, which might be consuming more amount of RAM and memory from your local machine. I recommend not to use GUI. You can select on the server, so you will be having only a black screen where it will consume less resources from your local laptop. So and click on done, and you can see here the begin installation button has been highlighted and click on begin installation. So this installation is going to take a while, like minimum 8 to 10 minutes of time. So let's let it go in this way. And after the installation has been done successful, you can see a similar kind of screen like this of after the installation has been completed, and it will be asking for the reboot. Just click on the reboot and you will be seeing the screen prompting for login to this machine, a local host machine where our machine is server. Just wait for a while, let that get started. Yeah, you can see here VirtualBox login. So I can give my the default username and password which I have been created here. And now you can use an IPA command here